I'll have to borrow that camera and go night crawling.
That'd be bad.
That'd be bad.
That would be bad.
That's
Imagine
bad
if you took off, though.
That'd be crazy. That'd be fucking crazy.
Go get it. Go get it.
Going around Worcester looking for car accidents and fucking shootings and shit.
You'll find tons of shit.
Yeah.
Tons.
Oh, I need one of those police transponders too.
Oh, those aren't expensive. Craigslist? We could get you to be the next Nightcrawler, Brian.
Okay. I'll have to up my creepiness factor a little bit too.
Oh no, it's pretty maxed out.
Oh, all right. I'm good. I'm good in that department. Okay.
We're in the teens.
Yeah.
We're in the teens.
13.
Number 13.
Yay.
The podcast is on.
Yay.
Number 13. I'm so happy.
That's right.
We're hitting puberty, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Visually, there's hairs sprouting where there were no hairs before.
That's true. That's true. Ears and all. I have some pretty hairy ears. It's disgusting.
I don't. No hair in the ears.
No, you'll get there, buddy.
It all went to my back.
It's a Tracy gene, probably. Oh, I know that. All right, number 13. Let's kick it off real quick. 2 endorsements. Fast and Furious. Not the movies.
Oh, good too. Fast 7.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great. So, what we have, The Intercept, okay? It is firstlook.org/intercept. But look up The Intercept just on Google, and it'll give you the site. It'll transport you right to the site. What is The Intercept? The Intercept is a news outlet that has updated articles on just a lot of different issues, whether it has to do with national and global security, things that are going on with the war on drugs, just a lot of really insightful things that are going on, and that can obviously trickle down and affect you or affect people that you know. So it's nice to be aware of a lot of these issues. And The Intercept was started by Glenn Greenwald, who's infamous for outing the information from Snowden on the Guardian news outlet from England, and also Jeremy Scahill, who's also known for the documentary Dirty Wars, which is a crazy documentary if you haven't seen it. And so it's The Intercept, and I believe it started, I think, just last year. It's pretty new. It has a lot of archived articles on there, but check it out. It's a good place to find some really in-depth journalism. You know, if you really want some detailed stories on what's going on and some good pieces to a grand puzzle of just social issues and global issues, this is a nice place to. This is a nice resource to go to and check out.
Stories that aren't going to be, biased at all either to any political party. It's going to be right down the middle, just telling you the facts.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a big part of it too.
And a lot of just random articles. I'll name a couple off here. One is the headline reads, "How a rumor sent a teen to prison for murder in Las Vegas." So even just little things where I think they put spotlights on really obscure and sometimes toxic angles within the law system, that are really small, they can kind of go unseen, where this can happen, you know what I mean? Or what the hell was, oh my God, what did I just see? I just saw a guy that was sentenced to jail for 30 days because of, God damn it.
Oh.
I should have planned this out before I even opened my mouth.
Oh man!
But it was just something. It's just really something ridiculous. Something where you're like, wait a second, he's going to jail for this?
Unfair jail time.
Yeah, for nothing violent. Nothing even just minute. God damn! But you know what? None of it really matters because I can't fucking tell you what the story is.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yep.
Well, folks at home
another
can check
mental
out.
trip by this retard.
Folks at home can check out The Intercept and try to find that story. But that'll be a new segment called Jump Block Harry. you can fucking
jump.
You can do it to me too. Jump Block Brian too. Find our mistakes and call us out on them.
Yeah, tell us how.
See if you
stupid
can bring us down. Be like, hey, Check your facts, motherfuckers.
Hey, how about you know one fact before you start talking? How about that?
Yeah.
That's all I
get as snarky and
That's all-
sarcastic
yeah.
as you want. Send some comments out there on YouTube, on Podbean, wherever you want to go. On our Twitter account at MomentumCast, you can follow us on there. We don't have any followers yet. Someone follow us, please.
Brian's pretty much saying just shit on us. Okay?
Yeah, why not? It'll be fun.
Indulge in the secret closet
It'll be fun.
fetish that Brian really likes.
And you might get a response back too.
Just right on the chest.
We might send you a little something back.
Right on the chest.
I'm not addressing the dirty comments coming from
okay.
across from me.
I'm sorry. So
Those are inappropriate.
hey, you don't know. I said you could be honest on here. So
oh.
So yeah, just all kinds of really good articles. Another one is why was an FBI joint terrorism task force tracking a Black Lives Matter protest? Wikipedia sues NSA over dragnet internet surveillance. That was something I actually meant to look into. I haven't looked into it yet. But that was kind of a big article that I saw go widespread. I didn't even see it on this. I saw it on something else. So like I said, just some really in-depth, heavy journalism.
Information people need to know.
And a lot of it's obviously pretty controversial. So check it out. It's The Intercept. It's a somewhat new site. And I did mention this on the last podcast. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out now. It is a really good news source from some journalists that I definitely trust. You know, Scahill and Greenwald, they're definitely some of the more risk-taking, badass journalists that kind of live for this kind of stuff. You know, they're not bringing you the recycled story of, is coffee good for you? Power walking is good for your heart. Okay.
But don't walk too much or you'll break your knees.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, well, it's not bullshit. It's just rehashed. It's the same thing. How many times have you seen what coffee can do for you? It'll fucking wake you up,
I'm
all
pretty
right?
sure
That's what we
people
know.
already know. That's
And-
the sad part,
yeah.
too. We don't need a story on that. We know
No,
what fucking
don't be an
coffee
asshole and
does.
have 5 cups. Why do you have a headache? Because you're drinking too much, all right?
Yeah.
Stop drinking so much fucking coffee.
1 cup of coffee a day.
Anyways, I'm sorry about that. So,
Sorry.
The Intercept, okay? Check it out.
Check it
Trust
out.
me.
What
You'll
other
like it
website
if you
we
like
got
to
on here?
indulge in things like this. If you like to indulge in it, this is another nice place to go to, okay? Check it out.
What else we got? What else you got for me?
Second thing we have
I like
too-
beans. Do you like beans?
I love beans. I like single source beans.
Oh.
So,
So tell me more about beans.
beans.
Do you
what
have
I can
beans
tell you-
in a pod, maybe?
I do, and we actually use beans in a pod. It's called Pod Bean.
Whoa. What a coincidence.
Don't woe me, okay? So it's podbean.com. This is what we're alluding to. This is the host for our podcast. If you want to start a podcast, if you want to start just like a like an audio blog, anything like that, I guess, they offer a free service. The free service only gives you, I think it's 32 megabytes for memory, and that's pretty much the give or take the file size for one of our episodes. And it really only allows you to put up one episode. But the nice thing that I like about this is that it allows you to have an RSS feed. And if you have an RSS feed, you can throw this on iTunes. And we all know how convenient it is to use iTunes.
That's right.
Your phone, your computer, everyone is an Apple whore. So
Oh, the
everyone
kids are
has
doing
it.
it these days.
Yeah. So it's easy to get to. So you download it, and if you want to listen to a podcast on a walk or in the car like most people do, just throw it in, listen to it for 20 minutes, and then that's it. You're all done. You delete it, and you download a new one. So that's what's nice about this. I know some people do podcasts and things like that, and they have a lot of different websites and different portals and stuff like that, which I used to do to try to make it easy for people. But one of the easiest ways is iTunes, and it's simple, and it doesn't let you have all the glitz and glam and flash on the site. But for now, if you're piss poor like we are, you get an RSS feed and allows you to put one episode on iTunes. So that's pretty much what we do. We put the new episode on, it gets to iTunes, leave it up for a couple weeks, let people listen to it or download it, and then you put up the new episode. And if you do it like we do, you just set up another account somewhere else and you archive all the old episodes and you put that link on this web host, which is podbean.com. And like I said, it's the bare bone of it is free. So use the free one. And eventually after a while, once people start loving everything that you have to say and you start making money from all these great sponsorships, then you can open up an account and start paying. Podbean for a better account, which, for example, like ours is momentumunderground.podbean.com. If you pay, you can put all your archives on that same site. You can put all your videos on that same site. So, it's just the kind of the law of the land is that put everything in one place to make it easy for people, because people don't want to go here and there and everywhere. So if you pay a little bit, and I think it might be yearly or so, try them out, and you can have all if not most of your archive stuff on there in one place, and you can change the domain name. You can make it mup.com. That makes it super, super easy, So like I said, try it out. It's free for now, and if you want to upgrade and and use more of what this site has to offer for you, just try out whatever they ask for a subscription, monthly or yearly, whatever it is. I really don't think it's that much. So podbean.com, check it out for video or audio blogs or podcasts like this, just kind of your simple, just one person, two person podcast that you just want to do for fun. Just throw it up on there, and it makes it really easy. And like I said, you'll be connected to iTunes. That's a big one because of how convenient iTunes is.
Pick it up. Let your voice be heard.
Yeah, because we all want to hear it, man. We all want to hear it. Well, some of us do.
Maybe. Who knows?
It depends what you got to say.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's that. And I made the big mistake on the last podcast to not include music. We always have music.
Yes.
I'm an asshole.
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay, man.
You're human.
So that's what they say. So what we have this time, I've played these guys before, and I don't mean to keep pushing these guys. And you know what? Fuck it. Maybe if somebody else comes out with something new, I will do the same thing.
That's right.
But what I want to showcase on this episode is a band called Plini. As long as this thing works well for me, because I did order this, but it's coming from Australia, so it's going to take a while for me to get the box set. So Plini is pretty much like a one-person band. This guy writes the compositions for these songs, and he gets a lot of his talented as hell friends to record with him. And he just came out with the last CD of a trilogy of EPs that he does, and this last one is called The End of Everything. So I'll play you this EP, which is a new one that just came out the 11th. And you can go to plini.bandcamp.com, I believe. Just look them up, Plini. And if you go to the Bandcamp, he has all the EPs for sale on their own, or you can get it as a box set. He did have some posters that come with it, if you really like it. I love it, so I ordered it. I paid whatever amount he asked for because this kid is super talented. I love the music he has. I love the dedication that he puts to this music and getting musicians to come on here and just work with him and just put this stuff out, because I know how hard it is to just write music, never mind to keep a group together and get them to record. This guy definitely pulls it all off, and if I were the drummer or the bass player, I'd be jumping on board in 2 seconds. I think what keeps this kid going is that he's got real talent, and I'm gonna play. That's what we're gonna play. We're gonna play his catalog again, and I'm gonna actually play the new CD that just came out, and I'll put a link up for where you can get it. So it's plini.bandcamp.com. And support him, because he's not playing theaters, he's not doing tours. He just he's a very good musician, a great guitar player who's at home making things happen for himself and trying to make a presence online. And that's what we all wish we could do with whatever creative endeavors that we do. Just to be able to share it with people. And this motherfucker is literally on the other side of the world, and it reached me, and I'm in love with him now. So I love it. I hope you guys love it. Check it out. So let me just throw this on real quick.
Yes. We'll get it pumping.
I might have to rearrange some shit. This might not work like that great, but I'll keep an eye on it.
The metal.
The metal. And that's one of the better ways I can really describe it. Is it's like it's guitar virtuoso fusion-y kind of stuff, Yeah. I like fusion, jazz, metal stuff like that.
He's awesome. You listen to one opening lead here, and he's fucking great.
Oh, it's cool,
he's
man.
Phenomenal.
And it gets trippy, and it's it gets really jazzy.
Experimental a little bit.
Very experimental. I think it's great. I'd just like to note that the big highlight of this CD was that he He got Marco Miniman to do the drums on this one, which we all know that he's in the Aristocrats. And
Yes.
yeah, he's a phenomenal drummer. So, and you hear it throughout the CD.
Didn't Marco Miniman play for Necrophagist as well?
You might be right.
I'm pretty sure he did.
You might be right. Let's check it out real quick.
Which is always good street cred in the metal community. If you do anything with Necrophagist, that means you're an alien. You're from Mars to be able to play that craziness.
Street cred.
Street cred.
Let's find out. Hi, Brian. Hit me. What's up, dude? What's going on?
So,
Where are you emotionally,
what's
huh?
going on?
Are you okay?
Well, did
Is
you
everything
hear
cool?
about the other things that have happened in Russia? Mainly with the opposition party to Putin?
Oh, I did see something that I really should have looked into this, but I literally heard that the leader of the opposition was shot in the face on the street.
Yes. He was shot and killed.
What the fuck is
The leader of
happening
the
in
opposition
Russia?
party. Dude, Putin kills anybody who wants to go against him.
You're speculating that, right?
Hey,
We can't say that. We can't suggest that
he's got
Brian
some
knows for sure.
very
right?
shady practices that, let's face it, the dude's... How long has he been president for?
I don't know.
Years, 20 years, something like that?
Is that what they have over there? It's the president, right?
They have a president,
Okay.
but it's not like our president where you can only serve a maximum of 8 years.
Yeah.
He has just...
So you can just keep it going, right?
Basically, here's the deal. This Russian opposition guy, Boris Nemtsov, he said in an interview on February 10th that he is afraid that Putin will kill me.
What?
He's flat out said, I'm afraid Putin will kill me.
Oh my God.
And he says he's Putin. It's Putin that unleashed their war on Ukraine, and he couldn't dislike Putin any more than he already does.
That's bad.
And then he started receiving death threats, anonymous death threats and stuff like that. And he just basically flat out said, if Putin wants to kill me, he's going to kill me. And then a couple weeks later, he's shot 4 times by a gunman in a car.
Yeah, in front of his smoking girlfriend, right?
Yep. And
That's ridiculous.
yeah, he was just walking with his girlfriend. She was fine. But yeah, he 2 weeks before he died, he expressed fear that Putin was going to kill him.
Was going to kill him.
And here's the topper on all of it. Putin comes out afterwards and says...
Of course, we don't investigate this. No one cares. I doubt it's on any headline.
Dude,
is
this
it?
is the best part. Putin said he will personally lead the investigation to find the people who killed him.
Oh, what a saint. Thank God.
I know. And he said, it looks like a contract killing, and I will hunt them down.
Yeah, and you know who he's going to put? The second in line of the opposition. It was him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what a complete fucking dog and pony show, man.
Oh, 100%.
He's got them all in his web.
100%.
Oh yeah, that dude will just strike down anybody who opposes him. He's a fucking James Bond villain. There's a James Bond villain running their fucking country right now. It's
That's
insane.
scary, man.
It's scary. He's the scariest thing to come out of Russia in a long time. I am not comfortable with that gentleman. He also recently said, the land that they recently annexed, Crimea.
Yeah.
He said recently that...
Which I've lost touch on what's going down over there.
Well, Crimea is Russia's now.
Mm-hmm.
They want all of Ukraine, too. So that's their war that's going on. Ukraine's trying to fight them. But they already have Crimea, and Putin basically, or the Kremlin, made an announcement saying that they are most likely going to, or perhaps they already have, moved nuclear weapons into Crimea.
What?
Yeah.
Nuclear weapons?
Yes.
Where did you see this?
Oh, man, let me pull up the website. I believe that one was actually tweeted by Vice News. I'm pretty sure that's where they sent it out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it on a few different websites.
Yeah.
I think Reddit actually linked it out too. It came to the front page, the discussion about it there. But yeah, so always good to send out threats of
What a fucking delinquent. What a delinquent. He's a
atom
child.
bombs, the worst kind of
child.
weapon possible, the biggest crime against humanity to use on people.
Total child.
It's craziness.
Okay, so
Craziness. Putin's a Bond villain. Watch out for him.
he is a
folks.
Bond villain.
He is, seriously.
That's so bad.
It's fucked up.
It's so bad.
That guy should not be in power. He is not okay.
You know what else is bad? This fucking laptop.
Oh, break it.
So quick change in the middle of the whole thing. Still, please go to plini.bandcamp.com. He's
Still
amazing.
check them out.
When I get the CDs, I'm going to push this guy for a third time, okay? I don't care what anybody says.
That's right.
I'm pushing him again.
Hashtag deal with it, kids.
Yeah, but for now, how we're dealing with it, because we're pros here, we're going to play some Devin Townsend,
Oh, yeah.
okay? And if you've never heard Key, you have Key, right?
Of
do you
course.
have Key?
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
How would you describe Key?
Rather calming.
Yeah, rather calming.
Not
right?
as calming as Ghost, I'd say.
No.
'Cause
Ghost is very like,
really relaxing.
let's meditate. This has tension.
This does have tension.
A creepy tension that if you didn't know the CD, you'd get freaked out. you
Yeah.
know? In
But it's like
M.
also-
Night Shyamalan way.
I'd call Key kind of the calm before the storm.
What's the storm? Deconstruction?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And kind of addicted, too. They start to get heavy on addicted, too.
Wait,
as
give me
well.
the order of how he did this. Was it Key
Key.
and then Ghost?
No, Key, addicted, deconstruction, then Ghost.
Oh.
Ghost is kind of supposed to be
Ghost
like
is a
after
cigarette
all of
after
his.
sex? Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
once he's like calmed down, where he is now in his life.
Yeah.
That's what that's supposed to be.
Oh, so good.
After his deconstruction.
So Devin Townsend, if you don't know Devin Townsend, please look him up.
Oh my God, what an amazing songwriter, musician, extraordinaire.
I can't go on.
Guy is so good.
Yeah, we'll dedicate a whole nother episode to this.
Yeah.
To this guy. But Devin Townsend, please check him out. The album we're listening to is Key. If you want something that's very low key, somewhat of an acoustic CD, but that still has a lot of like weird, awkward tension. You know, it's very
yeah.
experimental. You're not.
He's always experimental.
you're
You
not-
never know what you're gonna get with him.
Yeah, and when I say acoustic, it's like very loose. I don't mean that in like this kind of cafe bar style. You know.
Yeah,
This
no.
Key album is very weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So yeah, we're gonna make a switch because I had too many glitches in the Plini play. So
Hey,
we're going
Devin's
Devin.
a good guy to hop onto.
Yeah, I didn't mean to mess up your vibe, Brian.
No, it's okay. Devin brings another great vibe, so I'm happy with it.
Well, give me some more vibe. What's going on? What's happening?
Well, speaking of Devin Townsend,
Report the news.
you want to hear something depressing about the music industry? I'm gonna bring
Oh,
you
more
something
than I have
depressing.
for the last 10 years? Oh, hit me. I
Yeah,
don't know how
yeah.
it could get any worse.
So the math was done. Oh man, I think this was tweeted from Devin's page. I'm pretty sure that after all the operating costs, props, everybody they has to pay to set up shows and everything, the traveling costs, making the albums costs, all of that, all of the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
You want to know what Devin Townsend's hourly wage comes down to?
Okay, hold on.
What this genius makes?
Hold on. So, hold on. I want to really push this example. Okay. So, what was Devin's last big show? The circus thing?
He did that, but now he's been touring. Actually, he's gonna be touring with. It's like a weird festival with all like satanic death metal bands in him.
Awesome.
He's playing with like Vital Remains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like he flat out said we're like completely out of place here. This should be fun. It's hilarious, man.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah, but Devin's one of those guys
Yeah.
where everybody in the crowd will know who he is, so they'll give him
yeah.
100% mad respect.
Oh, I hope so.
Which they should. They need to.
Yeah.
Okay, the Retinal Circus.
Circus. Oh yeah, that's
Retinal
the
Circus.
DVD and stuff.
Yep,
yeah,
the DVD.
But then he did like the Ziltoid premiere and stuff after that.
Oh, which
too,
was
in
probably
London
an
and
even
stuff.
bigger one. So
Yeah.
whether give or take whatever you're about to give us for a figure,
Yeah.
please go check out Devin Townsend, the Retinal Circus.
Look at the production
yeah,
value.
watch
the work,
one song of that. Okay,
the work that is put into it,
yeah, tons of work.
and then think about all the operating costs that he has.
Oh,
to
and
put
all the
that
other
into it.
musicians that came on to play with him. That's a big production.
So
Huge
you
production.
know how much he ends up making?
Hit me.
$16 an hour.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
I can see the $16 an hour, which is what? 2 hours?
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, how long's the show? What are we talking about?
Yeah. If we're talking about a show, in addition to like probably his recording process and stuff too, like
Okay.
the time he puts into getting that stuff done, and that's adding in with album sales too. In total, the amount of time that he puts in total to his work,
Oh, okay.
after album sales, after every bit of revenue that he gets from it,
Yeah.
it'll come out to about $16 an hour.
Now, what would you say to someone that says, "Well, I only make $11, and I'm putting shit on shelves, and I'm doing regular retail work, or I'm outside breaking my back, smashing rocks and putting up this and putting up that and carrying this. Like,
Look at
what would you say to someone that says that they make less money doing harder work opposed to someone that gets to travel the world and do this kind of thing for $16 an hour, with the way he's figured it out?
I would say, first of all, what he does is hard work, too.
Most definitely.
All the writing, all the training that it took for him to be able to write what he writes.
Tons of training.
Perform what he performs.
Tons of training. To me, he's a musical master.
He's got a PhD.
He's the 10,000 hours, okay? He's the 10,000 hours.
Yeah. So all the work right there, he should be getting paid more just for his credentials. And, I mean, he puts in so much work, like just organizing these things. That it's a lot of work. The amount of CDs that he records, he does everything himself. Mm-hmm. That's just so much to put into it. And on top of that, if you want to compare the other end of the spectrum, look at all these pop stars that can't hold a candle to his talent level. The ones that are like totally auto-tuned for their singing. They can't even sing. They have someone else write their songs for them. And they are fucking millionaires. Like, that is just downright depressing.
Well, we all know that, sometimes it's not all about, like, the spectrum of talent that someone has that makes them wealthy, right? It's a lot of things. It's perfect timing. Obviously, some luck, some great maneuvering of the kind of song you write, what kind of album that you write, and the certain type of demographic you're going towards.
It's the marketing, the audience, who's going to actually pay for it.
Yeah, and it's like, to me, I guess it's an issue of whether we have a bias or not, we may think that we may believe that he has hands down more talent than a lot of people that are getting paid more.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I guess, it can, I don't know, I guess it can come down to a lot of different things. One of them being just how musicians make money now, whether it's through certain types of sales of singles, albums, which has gone down, the monstrous amount of touring that they need to do, which I've heard people like, the downloading epidemic and the streaming kind of thing is like, it's okay because those people will go to shows. No. The reason why tours are so much longer and why you need to go on so many more tours is, to me, is because of the lack of funds that the industry gets from album sales. You work the musician way more than they used to get worked.
Yeah.
They're on the road way more. And you can think
to make less.
Yeah, to make less. And you can think that that's an absolute dream and you wish you could do this and wish you... Yeah, compared to the life of the monotonous 9-to-5 person that goes in and out and punches in and out and daydreams of the glorious moments of being on stage. But listen, man, everything loses its novelty, okay? Trust me, like, musicians love to go on tour and to do what they do. But, there are moments, and they will tell you themselves, that continuous touring and the hardships of being away from the relationships that you build, the families, you want to be a father, you want to be a mother, all of these things, like you're away for months at a time. And I'm just saying that you might be away a little less if you were able to get a little bit of something coming in from album sales.
Yeah. Yeah. Every bit helps. And
where the fuck was I going on this tangent? Oh, that
you should buy albums? Is that where you were going?
I still buy albums, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I don't believe this thing of like, I'll just go to the show. No, not everybody goes to the show, That's the not buying the album thing is adding to the idea that is adding to the process of them having to go out on the show on tour more. But my point was that he's regarded with such high respect, and to me all and a lot of musicians that do this kind of music, because that's a huge... They play music for a much smaller demographic.
Yeah.
And when you play for a smaller demographic, you end up having to work much harder, at least touring-wise,
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not saying that the Rihannas, and I'm not saying that the whoever else you can think of,
Yeah.
that these kind of people don't work hard, but you're making music for much more of like the masses, and when you're doing that, you have the ability to bring in more for you. So the need for you to push your presence, at least physically on a tour, is a lot less.
Yeah.
A 3-week tour, a 1-month tour, opposed to an entire like summer season.
Yeah.
I've seen Machine Head go out for 3
Where you're
years,
just gone,
come
yeah.
back for 2 weeks, go to Europe. If you do a global tour, it's United States, it's Europe, it's South America.
Yeah.
Then hopefully hit Asia. Then hopefully hit Australia. And this can either be a year-long thing, a couple-year-long thing, and it's grinding.
Yeah, that's
and
like...
yes, they do sign up for that, but I'm just saying that some of these tours could be a little more reduced if we were able to give these musicians what they deserve, and what they deserve is for you to purchase the artwork, and not just like, oh, I'll take it and then maybe someday I'll go see them,
Yeah.
Because
it doesn't work.
You're gonna end up sifting out a lot of really talented, good musicians that make some quality music, but because it's not something that you're gonna hear on Kiss 10 whatever, they're not gonna be able to put it out on a big enough platform to get it to people because they're not getting the funds, or it's just the road is just too hard for them.
Yeah.
It's too hard. It's too lengthy. I don't know where the fuck I was going.
I mean,
with that.
if you got the main thing is you shouldn't be. That's one thing I'll never do. Like, if I wanted to right now, I could just go out and download the new Machine Head, download the new Blind Guardian, all for free.
Yeah.
But it would be so easy. I could do it right now if I wanted to.
Yep.
But I am not going to, because that is one thing that I will not break on. When you've got these guys with so much talent that don't get what they deserve for the work that they put in, the least you can do is hang on until you're able to buy their CD the next time you see it around. Like,
yeah, that doesn't mean you can't listen to the whole thing on a YouTube clip.
yeah.
Like, listen to
Like,
it there.
you could preview it.
Oh, and you like it? Okay, then it's worth your $9.
Support the bands.
Your
Support the people
$12.
you enjoy.
Yeah. There's plenty of places you can listen to the whole CD, and if you make up your mind, you can go and get it, right? And then you
Yeah.
can say no.
I just see it as, if you're going to download all your music, then for these bands you claim you love, then you probably don't really love them as much as you're claiming.
No.
Because you're not willing to buy and support them and let them keep doing what they love and what you love.
Yeah, they
You
give up
know,
something to
like-
give you. You got to give up a little bit for you. And
Yeah.
what you're giving up is way less than what they've
like,
given
yeah,
up.
it's like, come on, you can't spend $10 at Newberry Comics to buy a CD, or fucking wait till
Yeah.
it's on sale or whatever.
Get the lyrics. Dude, if you're into metal, you can't tell me that you understand everything what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah, you
Go
get the lyrics,
CD.
you get the artwork.
You get the lyrics, you get to know why it sounds so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because there's a handful of engineers that worked on it.
Get a Behemoth CD, man. Look at all the fucking thought that guy puts into his lyrics.
Yeah, man.
The dude should be a museum curator. He knows so much history. Like, there's so
the
much
albums are like
detail.
little windows into the mind of what went into the mind that created this thing, And if you really want to step into some of this music, it's not just a couple chords and then just a couple little like "I love you, she loves you" kind of lyrics, Like,
No.
that's fine too. But if somebody's really trying to paint a picture for you, let what's inside of that casing help you. The artwork, the lyrics. You might get that message a little more. And a lot of times, if you do listen to music that is a little more aggressive, like I have my whole life, they could be saying some things that are pretty valuable to you in a certain moment in your life. And if you don't know what they're saying, you're missing something that could really catapult you out of like a mood that you're in or a situation that you're in, And I say this because I relate to it, like obviously whoever doesn't listen to metal may think that heavy metal only deals with a lot of these ignorant topics like the devil and
Stereotypical
living wildly,
shit. Yeah.
No, it can be very deep. It can be very spiritual. It can be very uplifting. It's about power, And when you lack power, you go looking for power. And where do you find it? In music, because music, can tap into a frequency that makes you act a little more in the way that you want to act,
Yeah.
And if you get that through it lyrically, you're going to get that if you open the fucking book. How do you get the book? By going and spending $10, in something that might maneuver you 1 degree towards where you really want to go, because that's what music can do.
Yeah.
You know, push you in a positive mood. You know, or blanket you in a time of really of shitty times. You know, it's comforting. So.
So yeah, support the bands you love, people. That's the general message.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. What do you think of the whole what was it? The Spotify situation. So there's a couple artists that are taking their back catalog off of Spotify. You know? And I used to push Spotify, and I still push it, but I push it like I always have with dude, what was it? When I was in when I was in high school, I used to use Kazaa. Kazaa was the download.
Yeah.
The download engine thing. That one in ShareBear, whatever the frig it was. ShareBear and Kazaa. I download 2-3 songs. I download a couple songs like Slave of Pain off of Beneath the Remains from Sepultura. Bam. Those 2 songs are awesome. Okay. When I go to FYI or
now I'm going to buy the album.
FYE, I'm going to go get the CD. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Spotify should be for. Preview.
I push Spotify just like that. But the thing with Spotify is that you can listen to the whole thing here and save it, and it just, once you have it, you're like, well, I'll get it someday kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Until you have 30 CDs on your playlist, you know? And you haven't bought a single thing.
Yeah, that's like, and 30 CDs at like $10 a pop. That adds up.
It does add up. You don't have to buy it all at once, though.
Yeah, you don't.
Know what I mean?
Do it over time. But that's, when you add it up to someone that's only making, I mean, Devin's big in that industry too, at $16 an hour. Think about the smaller bands. What are they making?
Oh, yeah. Breaking even. If not, you're in debt. You know, a lot of these guys, they get fronted money for tours and marketing and all these campaigns.
Yeah.
And you're on tour pretty much just paying back the industry that gave you the money so that you could go on tour and put your face on the posters and and have that online presence. You know.
Yeah.
You're on a mission to pay back for quite a while.
I would liken buying a CD for a band that isn't even as big in their world as say tipping a waitress in America. They get paid under minimum wage. They get underpaid for the work they do. So you contributing is what makes their life livable, you know?
Yeah. And some people,
which I don't even think, I think restaurants, as far as waitresses go, I think restaurants should just pay waitresses a fair wage and get rid of tipping. Like,
yeah,
I think that should happen, because you get too many assholes. They're like, well, I'm not going to tip.
Yeah.
But that's the situation. Like, that's the situation kind of with where music's at. These bands that aren't making enough money, their way of getting money, you know, you preview their stuff, you like their music, give them the tip of actually buying their CD and buying their album.
Yeah, and, you know, a lot of bands have experimented with that idea of kind of that tipping thing where you make a CD and it's you pay what you want. You can pay $1 for this. You can pay $20.
Yeah.
How much
the
do
band
you
tip
appreciate what I give to you?
Yeah.
And your generosity will pay off.
And then who knows what people will tip? You'll get one rich motherfucker on there that loves metal that's just going to be like, here's $500.
Yeah.
Keep it up, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be great.
But, you know, it's hard, man, because it's
tough.
It's a hard time for people, but
well, yeah, that's the other thing with the way the economy is. It's
and
people don't want to spend money when they don't have to.
What is it? It's the side that the economy is wearing down on people, and people can't spend $10 every once a month, couple months for a CD, you know, or shit, I lost my thought. Yeah, like, is it that you can't? Is it that you can't find the money to buy it, or
that you just don't want to?
No, I don't know. Or is it these streaming, you know, these new free ways of listening to music, you know? And some people will say, well, you know, you get on Spotify, you get a piece of it because of advertising. I think it's so minimal. I think it's like literally pennies on the dollar that you make from being a part of some of these streaming sites.
Oh, you know? Yeah, that's like being on a low-level YouTube account, like, and you throw ads on your videos. YouTube takes most of that ad revenue, and you get pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, I mean...
That's nothing.
Never mind the sound quality. Like, if you like sound, buy the CD. MP3s sound not as good as the CD, you know? Throw it in your car. You know, throw it.
Oh, yeah, CDs always beat MP3s,
Yeah.
man. They sound so much better, and if you want to really experience the band's music, throw some headphones on, listen to the CD.
You want to find a really good deal, go to any Best Buy, okay? Go to any electronics store, and go into the section where they actually have CD stereos, okay? Like this thing.
Oh, yes,
This thing right here.
Oh, those
This
are awesome.
Sony CD player with a subwoofer and everything,
Yeah.
it's probably going to cost you maybe $100. And you
That's
put it in,
crazy.
and the thing rocks, man. It
Oh, yeah, and
booms.
it'll sound
Why?
amazing.
Because nobody fucking listens to CDs, you
Yep.
know?
No one
They're in there
does.
buying iPods and laptops, you know, all
They
these
don't give a shit.
interconnected things.
Yeah.
And whatever. It makes sense. I use it too. But if
Yeah,
you wanna,
iPods are convenient.
Yeah.
But
But if you want to listen to
CDs are
music
better.
and like really crank it and have fun with it, you can find a cheap, really good stereo system now if it's a CD player. I've done it.
Now we just need a hipster to stroll in. Actually, vinyl is better than both of those.
Well, some people would say that. I mean, is it not?
No, I
true?
know, but that's the thing. It actually is supposed to be better.
Yeah,
But
I have some
that's just
friends.
a common hipster thing to say.
Oh, I think it's just a common music appreciation thing, really, to say, because I have some friends that I went to college with, and before I went home, went to their house. It was actually me and your brother. It was the guys from Canthrone, and
Joey bench press.
super sweet guys. Those guys are awesome. I should push those guys on the next one too.
I never got to meet them.
Oh, they're
Wish I did.
awesome. Super
Heard
nice
about 'em
guys.
enough, but-
Really, really awesome. Just like fun to be around. A wealth of knowledge of music. But anyways, we went to their house, and they all lived in a house. They had their jam space, upstairs in the second floor. But downstairs, we're drinking some of the beers that they make themselves, which is really good. And they had a wall of vinyl and a really nice vinyl player. And they played like Mastodon for us. They played us one of the Black Dahlia vinyl CDs.
Nice.
It is insane, man. Those guys know how to listen to music. So, when you experience vinyl in a way that you enjoy it with music that you like, it'll sell you right away. Trust me.
Yes.
It definitely will sell you right away. And it's nice to have that big piece of art, the same old thing that people say, like, if you're a guy that likes to hold on to like
Hold your product in your hand.
yeah, the vinyl is neat, you have the album cover in full larger detail, it's really, really neat, man. So, that might be the next step. I don't know when it is, but either way, just try to support your artists because, they give up a lot in their life to really try to make good music and get skilled at it and really understand what's going on in their mind so that they can translate it to good music so that you relate, so that you enjoy it and like it, The least you can do is give up $10 to support them because we fucking do it with everything else. How many other things do you have to buy that you don't want to buy? But you want to buy this, so you should want to spend a little bit of money.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
You should want to buy it.
So what's up? Give me something else. 5 more minutes.
Something
We're almost
else.
there. We're almost there.
Have
Anything
you
else?
ever wondered what an iceberg looks like when it falls over?
Is this like a knock-knock joke?
No, this is an actual thing from Science News.
Okay, science news.
They just got an amazing picture, which I'm going to tweet, actually. If we get any followers at MomentumCast, I will tweet this picture so the
Momentum
world
Cast
can
on
see.
Twitter. Yeah, remember that.
MomentumCast on Twitter, guys.
Real quick, did you see the icebergs that came on to the beaches?
I did.
What is going on?
That's the icebergs fighting back against global warming.
Oh my God, what's going on? What is that? That's scary looking.
It is.
And it was real. I thought it was just a jokey little meme thing, but no, that's for real.
But yeah,
icebergs washing up on the beach.
This iceberg that tipped over, the bottom of it is amazing looking, dude. It's like this blue glassy appearance from being like underwater and the way the light reflects through it. It's just awesome.
Send me that picture. I
And-
want to see it.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna get on Twitter. And
Put
we'll
the picture
get
on
this
Twitter.
thing- Yes.
Okay?
Yes, I'm gonna tweet it.
Well, here we are. We're at the end.
We're gonna do it.
What are we? We're number 13.
Number 13, lucky. Number 13.
Couple hairs growing through. We're almost there. We might
That's
go
right.
on
That's
on our
right.
first date.
The voice is changing soon.
Yeah, your voice definitely needs to change.
That was god awful.
Where were we? Where are we at? Oh, The Intercept and Podbean.com, okay? Get your news. Get your in-depth journalism, Intercept, all right?
That's right.
And if you want to start a nice podcast, get your voice out there, have a little fun with some friends, get on Podbean.com. It'll give you an RSS feed and get that shit right on iTunes, all right? Momentum Underground Podcast, number 13. We're in and out.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, buddy. Always. Be positive. Peace.